Okay, so where do we even begin? Welcome back to another video. Today is March 1st and it is the beginning of a new month. It is the beginning of a new, I don't even know what to describe it, but it's like a new me, a new beginning. So much has transpired since last year when you guys saw me last year on YouTube. And I think more importantly, I felt like every time I tried to film something, every time I did film something, it's like God kept saying, no, not right time. No, there's gonna be something better. No, just hold off on that. And I'm so happy that I listened, and there was a lot of resistance. Like I was like, oh, let me go ahead and get something out. Oh, let me go ahead and get something out. But I think from this point forward, what you guys will be getting from me will be significantly different and better and more of value, as I no longer have the limitations or even the boundary or filter of having to think of an employer's standpoint to my content. And so I am sharing today, as I have just announced on Instagram. So for those of you who follow me on Instagram, they heard it first, sorry. But make sure you are following me there at Akida Mann. But I did announce that I am leaving my HR career at this moment, and I will be focusing on being a full-time content creator. And oh my gosh, just saying that out loud sounds crazy. Like my heart is beating right now so fast, even after I just said it, even though I knew I was filming this video. So really, let's just get right into it. It's perfect. Okay, so let's get right into it. I know there are a lot of questions, but more importantly, I just wanted to sit down and just organically speak to you guys. I probably won't really even do any filters to this video because I want you guys to have it raw and real from me. So I guess I would say, as far as how life has been transpiring, and I think some of you have kind of seen the journey, seen the writing on the wall, is that I have been in human resources. I have been working in corporate America for the last 8 years. I think I was going on my 9th year. So almost a decade. And throughout my time working in corporate America, even working in corporate America as a Black woman in a predominantly white space, which is meaning every employer that I had was always predominantly white. And so there comes different nuances, microaggressions, distrust that takes place as you're navigating and going up the corporate ladder in that field. And I think that I am burnt out. I have reached my wit's end, and I think it's collective. It's not just my last employer or another employer, because I don't want this to be about any of my employers in particular. But I think overall, I'm tired. I'm ready to just be myself. There is a space here for me that feels the most genuine, that feels the most fun, that also can generate revenue for myself. And I am not also in a position where I'm already bringing in the dough and bringing in the big bucks with brands and sponsorships and things like that. However, I will say, as soon as my last day with my last employer, which is February the 22nd of 2022, so 2/22/22, as soon as that took place, the floodgates opened up. Like, it's like God was like, I just told you, you just had to be out there, and I would order your steps from there. And that's what I feel like has been taking place. Every single day there's another opportunity that's coming through my email. And this has been, now this is a week. And every single day, I'm hitting some kind of threshold, I'm hitting some kind of mark, I'm making some kind of impact, I'm creating some kind of value that's helping other people. And that's literally all I want to do. My friends come to me as like, do you know somebody friend that does this, or hey, do you know what I can do about this? And I'm always that person. And I feel that my time where I have been encouraging everyone around me to go after their dreams, pursue their passion, follow their purpose, and I am being a fraud because I'm not doing it myself. I would wake up and just be like, it's Monday again, huh? We're doing this again. It's another Monday. Okay, can't wait till Friday. Let's speed this week on up, where I don't feel that way anymore. Even over the last week, my headaches have gone away. My level of anxiety have gone away. And again, I feel like as soon as you make that step to follow what your purpose to do, God will show you certain signs that will say, you're doing it right. Keep going. This is it. This is what I told you. You know how like when you're in a relationship with somebody and then it's been like such a bad relationship, y'all keep going up and down and up and down, up and down. And then as soon as you leave that relationship, all of a sudden, you know, the perfect person comes into your life. Or when you leave a job, or no, I'm sorry, take it back. When you've been looking for a job, you've been looking for a job, and as soon as you get a job, then all of a sudden all these other jobs come about. That's what I feel like took place for me. That as soon as literally there was no other choice but to just go after what he said do, and there was no perfect time, everything else just seemed to make more sense. There's a level of peace that's over me. And I feel like I've been preparing, honestly, for the last year and a half to make this transition. And that even started, like I said, over the last year, where I took the time to pay off and pay down all of my debts, just kind of repositioned my expenses, made different priorities around my home, so that way I wasn't distracted by random projects I wanted to pick up, or just clutter, or just a space that didn't feel like this was my space. You know, I rarely film in this room, and I just sat on the floor and just said, I'm gonna film, and it feels good and it feels right. Excuse me. Also, other things that are transitioning in my life are my friend groups look different now. And that's something where before, if you guys have watched some of my good girlfriend chats with Janae and I, that, you know, I was always like the cheerleader girl that had still so many friends from so many walks of life. And I have recently, meaning like last year, I've had 2 people who were very close to me that just ghosted me. They just literally up and disappeared. Like, I have no idea why they stopped talking to me. I have no idea what the reason was. I don't know if it's something in their life. I don't know if it's something I said or did. I have no idea. And I mean, this is not like, oh, we've had disagreements or we've had arguments. There was none of that. And again, these are 2 different people that do not know each other. And I love my friends like they are blood sisters to me. I don't have just, oh, you're just my friend, but you're just kind of in my life. Like if I consider you like one of my best friends or my friend, you are my sister. You might as well change your last name to my last name, because that's how close we're going to be with our bond. And it was so weird. And I think there was a part where I had to, I guess, grieve and just come to a level of acceptance to just say, you know what? I don't have to chase people who refuse to not communicate with me. I don't feel like I have to, especially because I was also the one that I called, I text, I sent SOS messages. I tried to reach out on all different platforms. Like, you would have thought they were literally missing as how worried I was about them, because we went from talking every single day and then all of a sudden just vanishing out of my life. And it was very hurtful. But in the middle of that, instead of focusing on them, there are still other people on the internet who would love to get a chance to be a part of my life, who are great fits and matches for me, who have genuine hearts, who can actually communicate and articulate if something's wrong or if they need space or whatever it can be, where we can grow a genuine friendship. And so this year I am just going to honestly focus on the relationships of those who are pouring into me and the community that we're building here. I know that, you know, I'm planning on doing a lot of traveling this year, and I hope to meet as many of you guys out there as I possibly can. Like, that will literally be my mission. Every time I go and travel, I will do my best to try and meet up with a couple of you, because again, I have so many of you all that I talk to through DMs on Instagram, or some of you have my phone numbers, and I love the relationships that we're building. And so I think that that's more important to me right now, because I'm 37, so I'm almost 40 years old, and to try to communicate with someone who doesn't want to communicate and cannot express, hey, this is something that you've done, or hey, it's something with me and I need some time, or hey, I didn't like this. And again, I don't even know. So I think that there may be opportunity for healing, but I'm not focusing on it, is really what I'm saying. I think I'll never ever shut the door for anyone who wants to be in my life or reconcile things, but I'm not going to chase something that's dead. And that also is opportunity for me to know when something's over, when it's dead, it's dead. Like, it's not coming back. So I have to also get to a place where I can be okay with that decision. I also as well have been going to therapy, so that has been amazing. I started going to therapy the top of this year, and eye-opening. And I've gone through a couple of therapists. I've cycled through a couple of them, and I honestly think I'm gonna bounce between two, because I love one who is a Caucasian white female, and then I have another one who is African-American female therapist, and I love them both for different reasons. So I think I will continue having both of them in my life. So let me know, do you guys have two therapists? Or, you know, I don't know why I feel like I need two therapists, but I just feel that there's a level of transparency and vulnerability that the world needs more of. That's what I really feel like. I feel like in the world of filters and all of this different stuff, it's, you know, it's really becoming a day and age of accountability and transparency, and that's what people are thriving when they are looking for people. And that's what people, I think that's how you grow. It's just shedding a part of yourself and shining a bit of yourself so that people can get to know you. And so I'm looking forward to that. I'm very excited about that part of my journey. I will be continuing therapy for various reasons that I won't really go into, but you know, as much as I am comfortable sharing, I will do that. And let's see what else I have going on that you guys have missed out on. So I have filmed a lot of content that I haven't published, and I'm still trying to decide if I want to, but I feel like that content may not serve you all the way I feel like the new content will. I think my perspective, so many things have transpired in my life that my outlook on life just is a little bit different. And as well, I don't have to censor myself or my content as I felt like I did before. And not that you guys didn't get the genuine me, but again, I have a family, I had a job, and so I did need to kind of make sure that I was being mindful of the presence that I was putting out. But now without the censorship of having an employer, I think that you guys are just gonna get nothing but the best of me. And so will I ever go back to corporate? it's hard to say right now. You know, I feel like I'm actually just gonna take a gap year, you know, and we'll see what happens from there. I feel like the work I have put in with my employer, if I can put that same amount of work and effort for all these years in corporate America, why can't I just do it for myself? And these companies, they don't have their shit together either. So as much as you can look at, excuse me, these companies, think about where you work. You know how they make decisions for the company, you're like, that doesn't even make any sense. These companies don't have their shit together. And so I can still build my brand and build my presence and still not have it all together, but figure it out along the way. I've had, I feel like as well, there was never gonna be a perfect time. There was never gonna be a perfect scenario. There was never gonna be a perfect amount of money that I could spend or save, excuse me, that made the time feel right. But I always said, I don't have enough time. I'm so tired. If I just was able to not work so much, or if my position is so demanding, or if I work from home. And then, you know, God was like, all right, well, I want you to do this. So let's remove all of the excuses that you have. All of them. All of them. Now you have nothing but time. You don't have another job to worry about. You don't have to worry about any other distractions or excuses that are going to stop you from doing what I said you will do. And he's right. So trusting in him, trusting in his word, getting back to Akida, and I mean just Akida who likes to read, Akida who likes to roller skate, Akida who likes roller coasters. I just want to get back to all the things I wanted to do as a child. I always even wanted to audition and become an actress. I'm gonna do that this year. I'm going to learn how to finally swim this year. Like I just want to do all those things. I'm going to be taking solo trips. I'm going to take trips with my friends, trips with my family. I am going to just remove all of the roadblocks that will keep me from being happy. And my black therapist, she said one time, she said, well, how do we eliminate the roadblocks that are keeping you from being happy? And she said it so matter-of-factly, like, your happiness actually is important. So what roadblocks do we need to eliminate to make that happen? And again, I talk very matter-of-factly like that, but it was the fact that she also did that was kind of scary. But again, I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on. I am, you know, you might see a shift in my content, but it will be, again, going to still have vlogs. However you guys feel that I can help support you more, I'll be doing that. I also will be doing more live content, so that's going to be on Instagram. I want to do what's called After Work according to Akida. So I did originally say I was going to call it the HR breakdown according to Akida, but nah. You know, because you know, I'm no longer in the HR field as even though that's my expertise as far as the career path I had, but it's not gonna always be with me. So I decided to call it After Work because we can talk about anything you guys want to, and it doesn't necessarily have to be an HR type conversation. So I'll be doing that every Wednesday on Instagram. So again, make sure you're following me there, and I'll be doing that. I haven't selected a time just yet, but it'll be called After Work according to Akida. And again, we'll just be talking. We'll have our tea or wine or coffee or water, whatever you guys want to drink, and we'll just kind of wind down together on Wednesdays and talk through and kind of work things that you guys want to. I may be partnering with a couple of my HR friends as well with some of this stuff, or even just my friends and family in general. So outside of that, just thank you again for supporting me the way you guys have. I think that I can't take it for granted that my channel has grown the way it has, the community I've built, those I'm able to help. I wouldn't been able to do without you guys. The opportunities that I'm being presented with, I literally could not do this by myself. So the support you guys have shown me, again, I feel so bad that I haven't been as consistent as I should or as I want it to be, but I feel like the time is now right. Like everything just feels right. And I want to encourage any of you all who are in a complex situation where you're wanting to become an entrepreneur, or even if you're not trying to become an entrepreneur, you're just trying to, you know, make more money or save more money, or become a more minimalistic, or whatever it is that you guys desire to do. We will die once. We don't die multiple times. We will die one time. And so I don't ever want the regret of, dang, before I died, I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have done that. And that I can't live with. I can't live with the regret of not pursuing something, not making my happiness first, because again, it becomes to a point to where you're even being disobedient to God, because he gives us gifts. Every person has a certain gift, and if we don't utilize it to serve him and his purpose, then we're throwing our gift away, and then the path and purpose that we're supposed to live is not going to be fulfilled. So, you know, that tug inside of you that tells you to go left when everyone's going right, and that thought or that dream that keeps you up in the middle of the night, write that down. Go pursue that. Figure out how to get the roadblocks out the way so that you can live the life you want to live, and in the most authentic way that you are destined and ordained to live. So I feel like I will end it here. There'll be more to come, and if you have any other questions, I'm happy to do a part 2. This will definitely be a series as you guys are following along with my new journey as a content creator. Again, starting as a nano influencer as I am now, all the way to, I don't even know what's the highest level of influencing. Well, I'll have millions and millions and millions of followers and a great community, and I'll have checked off all the things on my bucket list, and I can't wait for you all to join on the journey with me. So again, your support is endless. People have asked how they can support me: sharing my content, liking my content. You guys already do an amazing job of engaging with me, and I try my best to get to every single last question. Y'all are so funny as well, so I just appreciate that so much. That is how you can help support my content and help support me in this journey. And let's get ready to ride this thing on out.